retired supervisory special agent with U.S. Immigration and Customs and Homeland Security Investigations, and now Republican candidate for Texas's 23rd Congressional District. Victor, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you.
Great to be with you.
So, Victor, what's your reaction to what is occurring currently in New York, Chicago, the ongoing border crisis? I mean, it's just totally out of control, is it not?
It really is, and it's not even a surprise to me because I've been talking about this for years, and I saw this coming. This is a direct impact and the ripple effect of an open border policy. And remember, it's policy driven. It's not the law. It's not immigration law, and it's nothing that that has been enforced at the border. It's lawlessness down there. I just came back from El Paso, Texas, right after Title 42 was lifted, and the movement of the people continues. It continues by this government on buses, on airplanes, and every different means through the help of the non-governmental organizations. You heard about it, the NGOs, and now these cities. It's surprising to me that they're complaining about it, but they're the ones that had the opening welcome mat because of their sanctuary city policies. But now that they see the direct impact, you see, once you have a human being in front of you, it changes everything. Despite what you feel about illegal immigration, these are people that need services. And you said it, a lot of health problems. You mentioned the lice, tuberculosis, syphilis, chlamydia, flesh-eating bacteria. Real concerns here for these communities, the schools, the children. I mean, it's a direct impact, but they seem to not be putting their attention on where the cause is coming from, and the cause is the Biden administration and Alejandro Mayorkas, the Secretary of Homeland Security.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and it's very concerning and very sad to see this happening. We've been warning about it for years. It's now all playing out in real time, and I don't know, do you think this is what people needed is this the wake-up call people needed to see what's really happening here? Did people need to go to these cities and, show up and present all of these illnesses for people to understand the severity of this actual crisis, which they're still seemingly denying? But I just think it's sad that it had to get to this point, right?
I agree with you with the sadness, and I agree with you that, I talk about being humanitarian and having compassion.
Yeah.
Having compassion and being a humanitarian is not putting these people in these conditions to begin with.
Yeah.
They opened the door and they opened the invitation to come here, and a lot of these undocumented individuals, by the way, are realizing, wait a minute, this is not what we thought it was going to be when we got to the U.S.
Right.
And I predict here that in the near future, we're going to see some large numbers of people self-deporting themselves back to where they were. And I'll give you an example of Venezuelans. They're not going back to Venezuela. They haven't been in Venezuela for years. They're going to go back to Colombia, Peru, and Chile, and the surrounding countries where they have already been granted asylum, by the way, and they had already established roots there. But because the open border invitation came, they're like, well, let's give it a shot in the U.S. Why not? It's the best country in the world. Well, now they're finding that it's not really what it was all cracked up to be, because the assimilation to this country means hard work, family, and following our laws, and that's not what's happening here. And yes, they're getting the direct impact. It's a shame that it has to come to this point, but now it's staring it right in their face.
Wow, that would certainly be a very interesting turn of events. Now, over 2.75 million illegals came into the U.S. over a 12-month period ending September of 2022, and then more than 1.2 million have crossed since then. There's now a new poll that's come out that states 7 out of 10 American voters said they now want stricter border policies. Do you think that's what we'll get? I mean, I know that's what people now want. I'm sad it took this long, but people are wanting that, and we obviously desperately need that. Do you think we'll see a turnaround with the current administration?
It's not going to happen with the current administration, but I'll tell you where the biggest impact is going to be is at the local level. And even though it's a federal issue, guess who's going to be making these big decisions? Your school boards, your city councils, the county commissioners, as to who are they going to put first. Are they going to put people from 150 different countries first in front of your children to take care of them? Or are they going to put your children aside in the school systems?
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.